Have you ever noticed how quickly a simple situation can become something much bigger in your mind? Imagine this. You send a message. Short, neutral, nothing unusual. At first, you don't think much about it. But as time passes and there is no reply, your attention returns to it. You read your message again. Then a thought appears. Was that phrased correctly? A moment later, another follows. Maybe it sounded different than I intended. And slowly, almost without noticing, your mind begins to analyze, not just the message, but the entire situation. The tone, the timing, the possible interpretation. What started as a simple action turns into a series of questions. And the longer there is no response, the more convincing those thoughts become. Until the situation no longer feels neutral, it feels significant. But here is what is important to understand. Nothing in reality has changed, only your interpretation has. This is how overthinking works. It begins with uncertainty. The human mind is not comfortable with gaps. When information is missing, it tries to complete the picture. It generates possibilities, explanations, scenarios. In many cases, it prioritizes potential problems. Not because you are negative, but because your brain is designed to anticipate risk. So it continues, revisiting the same moment, adjusting small details, searching for clarity. However, instead of resolving the uncertainty, it often expands it. Each new thought introduces another possible interpretation, and gradually clarity is replaced by complexity. This is why overthinking feels exhausting, not because the situation itself is difficult, but because the mind continues to process it long after it needed to. And then, eventually, a response arrives. Simple, direct, uncomplicated. And you realize that none of the scenarios you considered were necessary. This does not mean your thinking is wrong. It means your thinking continued beyond what the situation required. Understanding this changes something important. You begin to recognize the difference between useful reflection and repetitive analysis. And in that moment, you gain a choice. Not every thought needs to be followed. Not every uncertainty needs to be resolved immediately. Sometimes, allowing a thought to pass is more effective than trying to complete it. If this resonated with you, it is not a coincidence. Share this with someone who might need to understand this as well. And if you recognize yourself in these patterns, know that you are not alone in this experience. Follow for more psychology that doesn't judge you, but helps you understand how your mind actually works. Thinking deeply is not the problem. It becomes powerful once you learn how to guide it.